Welcome back to the channel again, and we're going to play another one of our World Cup courses, this one rounding out Group E, and it is Kinnikinnick by Waldo. Now, we are going to go the usual things of medium winds, and let's go south. I haven't looked at the thread for anything. Really should start doing this before I actually load them up, but hey, see what we've got. Right, okay. Northwest red in the summer, or southeast black in the winter months. Okay, fine. We'll go northwest and we'll stick with red in that case. And let's go for pin 4. Cool. Right. Other than that, we're just going to go with defaults and we will see what we get. So Waldo did kind of came out of nowhere with the National Treasure contest last year. Did a really good Tom Doak course, like Aberdeen Mining Company, I think, which was awesome. And this one looks to have taken from Bandon, I think. So let's fly around and see what we have. Starting right by the putting green. Okay. We don't want to look too far past. Means we've got a par 3 course there, right at the edge of the plot. It does look a little bit better, I would say. We have a lot of terrain painted stuff and some ghost trees and things. And you can kind of see like the areas that the autogen, because the Highlands does this ring thing, which is really annoying. It's kind of unusable. It's crazy dense here and then. Yeah. So I'm going to guess that we were a little pushed for time, perhaps. But hopefully the golf is really good. It looks nice and broad and wide. And we have very high up cliffs, such as you would get. It looks fun. But yes, planting, I would say, is on the lighter side of what it could be. The cliffs look good. So if you do look at the abandoned ones, it tends to be that, at least some of the pictures I've seen have been pure gorse, some have been pure green. I haven't seen the red, but I guess that could be a thing that works. Cool. And we've got quite a few ghost trees of sorts. I kind of prefer the dead trees rather than these sycamores. I don't love the white trunks personally. That may just be personal preference. And we have some nice terrain painted bunkers and things. Looks good. Cool. And we have a clubhouse. And a van. And yeah, like signs are that this is maybe lacking a little bit of the like final quality pass. Or just ran out of time a little bit. As you can see, we're kind of seeing off the edge of the plot, which is something I would try to avoid where possible. Just if you can put trees down there or just drop the land as much as you possibly can do, that would be beneficial. I'm going to have no out of bounds. Okay, so we can play out to there with no issues. That said, we're going to get a shortcut from going this way. Big green. And just scaling wise, this tree feels very big, I would say. That's a nice tee shot for a change. Cool that we start with like that blind look. If that were out of bounds, I feel like it should be. That would be a really scary first tee shot. Given that it's a short par 5, I think the out of bounds would definitely make sense. Yeah, feel like it feels like that's an oversight. Okay, I'm gonna hit 4 iron, hopefully bump it on. The green and the angles pair up nicely with the tee shot. Try and bounce, pulled it a bit, but we should be able to bounce it up and hopefully stay on. Yeah, nicely contoured. It's a very generous opener. Falls towards the back, which can be challenging for front pins. But yeah, savvy that you didn't make it run towards the back all the way, because that can slow down a good approach nicely. Yeah. We will take a 2-putt birdie. Anytime. Oh, so we do have some cameras. Nice. I think you've gone for a good choice of textures. They fit really well. Cool panning shot as well. Might be a little wary about doing semi-blind back to back. It's not like I don't, it's just something I would be wary of. I like the little hog's back bridge to funnel us down towards this part. And yeah, good green. Again, another thing to be wary of is this now falls towards the back as well. So you've done that on back-to-back holes as well. Just be mindful of what you're doing and try not to repeat. It's not really an issue doing it twice in a row. It's just something to be careful of so you don't do it loads. This is very easy to fall into a habit without realising. Oh, thank goodness that did turn. Scaling of the plot looks really, really good, and that's hard to do on these sorts of things. Getting the dunes right. Semi-blind on 3 for 3. It's a cool trope, just don't overuse it. Nice par 3. I think this bunker, probably we can sit down bits of it. I might have chosen a different sand texture. For me, this one feels kind of manicured for what's going to be a very windswept site. So I know that's an odd critique. Oh, we pushed one. It had been going so well. It's just a lag it as close as we can do job. Still, that's fine. Par on a par 3 is no bad thing. So I like that you, I think, teased this hole on the previous one. That's a nice tee shot. Another bite off as much as you can chew. Uh-oh. We got too greedy. But got a very good bounce. So another par 5. That is a devious green. It's nicely done. It's very easy for people to jack these sorts of greens way up in the air and feel like just because you want it to run off everywhere, it's got to be 10, 12 feet up. It might be the lighting muting the contours, but it doesn't look like you've done that. That choke 2-iron I seem to keep playing. And that's a good one. So run through. It's going to be short. Short and right. That's okay though. Maybe that's, yep, pretty much stone dead. Pretty good so far. One of the things I would say about sheep ranch is there's a reason they went bunkerless, is because it's a very windswept site. So it kind of feels a little odd to see sand. It's not I guess we're in a fictional universe. It's more just something that leaps to mind. Ooh, I like the fairway contours around this side. Those are entertaining. So one other thing I would also mention at this point is there's been a lot of long approach shots using ground contours, which we obviously love. But again, for the sake of variety, could we have had a short drive and pitch hole? The shortest club I've had in so far has been that 7-iron on the second. And then we had the par 3, which broke it up. But just with your routing, can you vary that a little more? That's a great look out to the ocean. I might downsize these grasses. Like, always try and look from the tee and just query whether you're absolutely happy with everything, because to me these ones look small, and then right in front of you you've got the giant ones. I think would just benefit from being shifted a touch. That'll carry to about there, plus with wind. Looks pretty nice. There we go. I think through 5 holes, I'm feeling like there's an awesome course here that maybe just needed 1 or 2, like a month more, probably. I assume some real life stuff got in the way, possibly. This is very cool. That's a nod to Cabot 17, I think. So drivable, but you've got to take it right the way over the cliffs. I do think this is overplanted. I would probably let us see the top with the fairway, I think, and then just bring the bushes down to about here, probably. Just have the top of the bluffs be a little more open. That's a good drive, I think. Now bounce on through. Some fun mounds for randomness. Oh, it's just crept on, which is beautiful. Very fun shot. I play this one pretty much straight, eh? Oh, I should have gone further right. The usual of thinking the brakes underneath your feet will really take it. Still 6 under 3-7. Definitely feels like more of a CC course. Here's our potential drive and pitch, but even then it's 406. It's still potentially a lob wedge in. Full fairway contouring. I kind of feel like it's probably a little wide for some of that to matter. Race through. Actually might help me because now definitely hit a full wedge in. And back it comes. Nice to have a big backstop. So far, it's definitely played really fun, forgiving. Yeah, very enjoyable. I wonder whether you could have gone a bit bolder with some of the contours, particularly in landing zones. This is cool. So this is old Mac 3. That's really nicely done. I like that we're transitioning back into some trees now because that changes things a little. And there's strategy here, like you want to hold this high side, potentially drop down here. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. I think it's only going to mean we can see the green. Might have pushed that. I know, it's held up, nicely sculpted. I'm racing through this. I guess it helps when you're birdieing pretty much everything. Yep. Like again, just planting and stuff. I don't think I would guess I'm not saying anything you're not aware of. That said, I am far happier that you took the time on the golf and got that to be really good rather than just rushing that aspect and doing all the planting. Because I know which I'd prefer. Thing is with kind of bunkerless is it like if you go massive width and try to go friendly and bunkerless, it's hard to make that challenging and interesting and varied. We've kind of had a lot of relatively similar tee shots. Like, they've been fun, but they're not massively strategic. a little bit big. Oh, I thought I'd hold a chip as well for a minute. Bit of a lull. Yay, going into the trees. So I think I would have probably done this earlier in the routing as well. This suddenly feels more complete because, and it's just got some trees around it, but it's a change of environment. I think if you look at many of the best courses, like Bandon Trails is a great example of this, of how to segue between different environments and really keep the course feeling fresh throughout. A load of the courses in this contest will do that as well, even if it's smaller environmental elements. This is an awesome green. Love how you've done the kind of Biarritz swale at the front. It's really nice. And just for that, we're going to try and bump one through the swale. No, I don't need to, but it just feels more fun. Yeah, satisfying. Like I really like the rock mound, kind of adding some interest as well. Yeah, I think this is the best hole, and the terrain painting's done. This feels more complete, I would say, and it really shows. Oh, turn a bit more. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you've taken us into this foresty area. I kind of would have liked a bit more. Like, cliffs are awesome and all, but you can have too much of a good thing. Right, so we're trying to bounce it just over that mound. Run it on up. Oh, I got a good hop. Now slow. Pretty good. I like that you left. So we've seen this sort of, for lack of a better word, template on a lot of the World Cup courses. You still allowed the run through to that back right pin, which a lot of people haven't done, so well done. Ooh, cool camera. Yeah, I'd have loved to have seen this fully realised. I think you have a really fun course. I think this tee shot maybe could have been reworked a bit, though. Like, playing blind over the edge of towards the edge of the cliff is just a little awkward. It works in a video game, but I think we'd probably, given that we all aspire to real life golf design stuff a bit more, you'd probably avoid doing that. Sets up a very fun approach, though. Oh, it's not that. A bit more of a tiger line than I wanted, but it should be okay. Oh, it's slowed up just enough. Hey, Charlie, tell you what, I've hit some golf shots this round. This has gone well. That's probably too much, I think. No, I overthought the putt. Damn it. Ah, that one stings a bit. Okay, relatively long par 3. Yeah, I think the point about yardage and distances, we could have used a little wedge shot par 3 now, would be absolutely fine by me. This is cool. But I kind of feel like we've done the bounce and roll it, or like using a feeder slope. We've done that. Let's see if I can not overread this part. Okay, well, we'll take... Ugh. I thought that was in. Yeah, nice. I'm glad. Yeah, my plan is to go through all of the rest of them now, and then I am free, for lack of a better word. Okay. Fun pin. Also feel like a lot of the greens have broadly done fairly similar things, where you've got that feeder slope down to a back pin. Part of why I like the Biarritz one so much is just that it did something a little bit different. Yeah, I think I've got 3 more. Depending on, and then 1 more where I may do it, I may not. I may just do it offline. Right, choke approach should be good. I like the little mound, making us semi-blind. You've played with little bits of blindness really nicely. There's a lot of classy stuff on this course. Oh, the putts have just stopped dropping. Great swing line, as I thought I'd underread that. Fun camera. We've had some fun with the cameras. I like it. Here's our wedge shot par 3. It works. I think we could have probably done something a little more exciting with the tee shot or the bunkering around the green. I guess we're not going formal bunkers. That's probably why. Can I get there with 56 and 12? 111. It's asking a lot. Hopefully that one's good. Oh, that one's nice. A great first bounce. Q missing another short putt. I feel like the greens are the defence here. You could probably bump up the speeds a little, but I guess it would play with roll and those sorts of things. Yeah, we've done this tee shot just in the opposite direction as well. I think you've executed the cliff side better on this one in that we can see a bit more of the fairway. I like this side of the green. I would soften this. I think generally, anytime you're doing a pretty straightforward spine, I would see if we can soften just a touch. Oh, that needs to get left. Oh, it got very lucky. Hey, we hold apart. And 18 takes us back. Is it going to be the Sheep Ranch super short par 5? Not super short, but it is. Ah, our only sort of in-play bunker. I'd have liked to have seen more of this. I think this is what this course was missing for some of the tee shots. Would have given you so much more room for manoeuvre. And the planting is, yeah, it didn't need much. These little bits of planting make a big difference. Yeah. Well, I guess now you know. We're going to take the fully blind option. Get the tree, turn it off. Oh, I was hoping it would just be a couple of feet right from that. I had a great pin as well. Right. This is fun though, because we can aim here. In worst case scenario, if it goes long, it will still come back. Whee! And that was lovely. Well, I think that's probably my lowest scoring round of these World Cup playthroughs. It was a load of fun. Like, I think the comments on it are pretty evident. It's just a bit under realised. But I'm glad that you got it out, and I'm glad that you got the golf where you'd want it to be. In terms of the golf, I think the thing you needed to do really was either not go bunkerless or go into the trees more, or just take more chances with land movement. It was kind of a mixture of all, to stop it playing quite so straightforwardly off the tee. Additionally, maybe varying hole distances so that you have some of those short par fours where, and again, that might be one where you liven up the greens so that driver short siding yourself might be a bit more challenging. Because if we look at the distances, you've got 7 was 360, but that one was drivable. And then there was another drivable one on the back, and I can't remember which it was. Must have been 15, I guess. Oh no, it wasn't 15. Anyway, basically just try to find that, like, a couple in that sub 400 range that are not drivable. That would be the challenge I'd give you for the next course, of like, how can you make those sorts of holes really interesting? Because I think those are the ones that always really stand out on playthroughs. But additionally, there were some awesome ones in here. I adored, was it 11 was the Biarritz sort of thing? That was awesome. The par threes I thought were good. There's a lot of really enjoyable stuff on there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for the course. Best of luck, and yeah, just keep doing all that you're doing. Like, you're well on track to putting out a really, really good contest course. I think time just got away from you a little bit on this one. Okay, we're going to be back in just a minute, and yeah, we'll play a different course.